Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel Astro Assurance. There is a saying in Hindi which says Der aaye durust aaye, which means better late than never. And sometimes it also means that it's better that you come late but you come good. And so I'm coming a little late for the probable predictions for the month of August for all the ascendants. However, I wanted to come a little bit late, fag end of July, and I have my reasons for that. One is that, and this is important for all of us to understand, and this is also pertaining to, as it is said, mundane astrology. Mundane doesn't mean ordinary. Mundane astrology means events which act at a global level, and which you and I have very less control on, and at a global level some events are happening, then your mine, anybody's horoscope has very little say on global events. It's like you being caught in a stampede or in a melee, or caught when there is a bomb blast over your city, nuclear bomb blast over your city, or you're on a cruise ship and the ship is sinking. Then your fate is like everybody else's. So this global lockdown, at a very global level that things happen, then our individual horoscopes mean only so much, and the relevance of them remains less, unless your horoscope stands out fantastically different from many others. And also when there are few opportunities available, the opportunity comes to those who have very great horoscope placements in their natal charts, and two, their actions have been along the nature of events which may come by for them. So if there is an opportunity to get a job, or a change of job, or to get into business, or to get into partnership, if your efforts also have been in the line of that particular opportunity given to you, then events happen. And third, events happen based on your karma. If your karma needs to pay off some karmic debts, which includes facing frustrations, facing anxieties, facing losses, then come what may, you will have to go through the churn. And I've said this in many videos. At a karmic level, losing a job, losing livelihood for some time is a very karmic thing, and the soul doesn't look at it as a very big upheaval. The soul's upheaval is about how you face those events and not what event happens. So the upheaval comes in when you are expected to behave in a certain manner at a karmic level, and you don't behave that way, and that is the upheaval for the soul, rather than the situation coming up. The situation just triggers an experience for the soul, and the soul goes through the experience, but it is us and how we use that situation to elevate the soul, to pay off our karmic debt, to improve our karma. So that's at a very karma level, which if we have to face it, we'll have to face it. So also, when global events happen, we are all caught in that twist of destiny. However, as I've said, if your horoscope stands out much better than the others of your same ascendant, and some strong yogas are present, and some transits are happening over important natal placements in your horoscope, then the chances of an event fructifying are higher than others. But there is no guarantee unless your karma, your action, your kriyaman karma is in that direction, and the karma that you're carrying, the prarabdha karma, also favors that output for you. So that is definitely on for all of us in the last 4 to 5 months that the world is going through. Now, a very important event is anyways coming up in September, and I've already made a video around that, which is about the Rahu and Ketu, which are going to get into different signs in September. Rahu is moving into the money sign of Taurus, which will bring a lot of shower of money for a lot of people whose placement of Rahu is giving them that opportunity. But in general, it is going to be more money is going to flow more freely in the world, definitely during the fag end of September. So September, mid-September onwards, those events will be triggered. Ketu is going to move into Scorpio, which is its co-rules along with Mars. So important transit for Ketu also, and whenever Ketu moves into Scorpio, the depth of the ocean, the depth of stagnant water and the depths of mysticism, mysteriousness, Ketu always churns the ocean, and Ketu brings about a change. So the mid-September onwards, the change to a large extent is going to happen in all our lives, whether we like it or not. Sometimes the change could be a few weeks later, for a very few people a few months later, but the change will happen once September, post-September, end of September onwards. The change will keep happening for all of us. November is the month when Jupiter will transit into Capricorn as a final settlement in a proper transit, rather than going direct retrograde that it has been dancing Jupiter with the last 4 months. First into Capricorn, then back into Sagittarius in its own sign, then again going direct in September, and then in November it's going to enter into Capricorn, its debilitation sign also. That will also bring a lot of change for people. So the major change period is 15th September, 20th September onwards, that cusp till end of November. That is the major change period. And then once Jupiter transits into Capricorn in November, that's when things will slowly start to normalize, but it will take at least 3 to 4 months to normalize completely. The reason being is that when you have a big train, long, the goods trains as we call it, if they're running at a high speed and you want to stop them, and then that itself takes a lot of time. You apply the brakes, but they go for hundreds of meters before they stop, and they don't stop, like your car, your sedan can apply brakes and within 50, 60, 100 meters they can stop. So the mail goods or the goods trains take some time and some distance to stop. So that's how Jupiter and Saturn, the large planets, behave, because they take time to stop. But to reverse, again they take some time to reverse also, to get into retrograde motion. So they seem as if they are standing in one place, they are stationary for a few days, the planets in the zodiac, and then their retrograde motion seems to be taking place after a few days of being stationary. So the same thing Jupiter and Saturn will also take. When the transit of Jupiter happens in November, so it will take about 30 days to 45 days to a few months for some, for change to happen in your lives, for Jupiter to trigger change basis how Jupiter is placed in your horoscope and what ascendant you are and what houses rules accordingly. So that change is going to come to you, all of us. So what's going to happen in August? August is an important month for a preparation for the change coming. If the monsoon is upon you, then before the rain start, you should go and buy out your umbrella, or get your umbrella or your raincoats out, clean them and keep them ready, handy, so that if there is a shower, you don't get wet. So opportunity is coming in September. You don't want to let go of those opportunities coming. So what should you do? August is a month of preparation for almost all the signs, and that preparation is about communication. The biggest harbinger is going to be, or the bringer of change is going to be, starting with communication. Why communication? At a global level, when events happen, the Kal Purush Kundli or the Kal Purush ascendant, which is the Aries ascendant, becomes the most critical. And in the Kal Purush ascendant, which is the Aries ascendant, Mercury and Sun both are going to transit in the month of August from the 4th house in Cancer into the 5th house in Leo, which means Mercury is going to move 3 places away from itself. Gemini is its sign of ruling. It is going to move 3 places from itself and into Leo, and 1 place away from Virgo. That means it is in the 12th from Virgo and 3 places from Gemini. So this will bring different results for different natives. But because 3 places from itself means third house is the house also of communication, or branding, or marketing, and presenting yourself, showcasing yourself, and being artistic about your talents. So third from itself means effort put in the matters of how you present yourself, how you communicate, how you let people know what you are, what you are capable of, and some newness that you need to bring in, and that is critical for almost all of us. If you don't bring in unusualness, if you don't bring some change that you are able to showcase, then it's going to be a problem. Why? Rahu still remains in the Gemini sign throughout August. It's only in September when Rahu will transit into Taurus. Rahu is the planet of unusual activity. Rahu is expecting you to do something unusual in your communication, in your branding, how you present yourself, and what effort you make. Third house is also the house of effort. How creative you can be before Rahu brings about the change in September when it transits into the money sign of Taurus. So money coming or not coming to you to a large extent depends on this month of August that is upon us, in which how you present yourself, how you market yourself, what kind of unusual communication, presentation that you use, how you stand out from the others is going to be important. What efforts you make is going to be important, and in that efforts you should be seen unusual, you should be seen different, you should be seen as putting in more effort, more dedication, more commitment. Whether you're applying for a job, whether you're going for a partnership, whether you're asking for a change of role, whether you're reworking or starting work on the stall project, whatever you do, being creative, being more communicative, unusual, different, your communication, your branding, marketing, your business ideas, your pitching should come like a breath of fresh air and should look different. And you need to be able to keep in mind what the mundane events are happening at a global level, and that is all going to be the essence of change for all of us. So keep in mind, whatever sign you are, this is the basic backbone of how you are going to get ready for September by acting on certain areas in August. What those areas are going to be for different ascendants, let's talk about them first. So for Aries ascendant natives, which is the Kalpurush Kundi, which is the Kalpurush horoscope, Saturn remains in your 10th house in retrograde fashion. Jupiter and Ketu continue to remain in your 9th house in Sagittarius. Jupiter is also retrograde. It's only in September, Jupiter first and then Saturn are going to turn direct, along with the Rahu and Ketu transit which is going to happen. Rahu and Venus both will remain in the 3rd house in Gemini, and that's why Venus also with Rahu means creativity, as artistic as you can be, as different you can be as possible in your communication, in your efforts. And Mercury and Sun will transit into the 5th house later part of the month, which means that the 5th house of luck and fate is going to open up. 5th house is also the 8th to the 10th house, which means changes to your career, job, that can also be seen. Role can be seen, projects that you work can be seen. Some change can also be in your romantic life, where for some of you it can be good news when through the end of by the end of August some decisions will definitely be taken in the line of your love relationships. Some decisions may also be taken in the manner of schools. 5th house is also the house of education and children, which means reopening of schools can be seen in the major parts of the world, where most of the parts of the world are opening up slowly. Business is back online in July. 60 to 70% is open, and that's what I had also said in my July prediction, that it is going to be much better than June, and a lot of opportunities are going to come in for people, a lot of changes are going to come in for people. So you can see that change happening in July, where the lockdown has been relaxed in the major parts of the world and in a lot of areas. Same thing has happened in India also, except some pockets. 60 to 70% of business and things are back on track. Things are moving on slowly but surely. So the fifth house of change is going to be activated. Schools may take a decision to restart. In what manner they are going to restart, whether children will be called into schools, by the end of August that decision will be clear. You will know what's going to happen from September onwards. So things will be very clear by the end of August surely about children's education. Some of you may decide, parents may decide what you want to do with your children's education. Do you want to continue in the same schools? Do you want to do it online? Because this has also been a time for last 3 to 4 months where parents have started to think about the children's future, what opportunities that they have, can they do homeschooling, do they need to send their children to different schools, depending on how the schools have also acted during the pandemic. Maybe they are more okay with online education. If some schools are offering online classes rather than calling children, some parents may take that decision. So different strokes for different folks. However, children's education, job change, all that will be the essence. One important thing for Aries ascendant natives is Mars, which rules your Lagna, is currently going to be through the month in Pisces in the 12th house, 12 to itself, which means don't put too much effort than what is needed, because 12th to itself means it can also be house of waste and excess, and Mars is traveling through the 12th house in major part of August in Pisces, which means don't be too imaginary, don't put on too many rosy colored glasses and think if I do this, this will happen, that will happen. Temper your efforts, but do it intelligently, do it creatively, and do it in a manner that is unusual, a breath of fresh air, and which will make people sit up and take notice, because that result will come by end of August when Mars moves into the Lagna for Aries ascendant natives into its own sign of Aries, and that is going to be the time where it's going to trigger action. Mars moving into Aries is an action month for all of us. So this is what Aries ascendant natives can look forward in the month of August as a preparation, as a move forward, and the areas of life we have talked about. For Taurus ascendant natives, Venus rules the Lagna and Venus also rules the 6th house, and Venus is placed in the 2nd house along with Rahu, which means that the 2nd house of income, savings is triggered. However, with both Sun and Mercury remaining in the 3rd house for major part of the month and moving into the 4th house the fag end of the month, which means that for some of you short journeys can be seen, and traveling short distance for work can be seen. Some of you may move houses, some of you may change residence also, because the 4th house is going to be activated with the 2nd lord going into the 4th house. So some of you may take a decision of moving residence as well. With Mars, which rules your 7th house and also rules your 12th house, and for major part of the month it is going to be in the 11th house. So for Taurus ascendant natives, some of you may find that opportunities related to career may raise their head around the end of the month, and some of you may see that opportunities clicking for you if you have already done some work, you have applied for some jobs, you have even given interviews. So you will begin to see the fruits of that labor coming for you from the end of the month. For Gemini ascendant natives, we find Venus and Rahu both in the Lagna itself, and Venus rules your 12th house and Venus rules your 5th house. So matters of children will be the prime focus of your attention, and you may also relook at some of your expenses and how they are panned out over the last few months. So you may relook at your expenses, you may relook at matters of children and children's education, and you may redo how you plan your expenses this month, and you can be better planned around your ratio between your expenses and your earnings. So this is going to be a focus for some Gemini ascendants surely. Opportunities can also come by for Gemini people unexpectedly in this month. in the month of August, because the Lagna Lord as well as the fourth Lord Mercury is going to transit from your second house into your third house by the end of the month. So those who are put in the effort, because Mercury is in the second house and going to transit into your third house by the fag end of the month, which means if you have already put in the effort, you have already taken a few steps forward, whether it is in business, whether it is related to career or job, or related to projects that you have worked on, you will see that they will start bringing fruit, or they'll come to fruition towards the end of the month. Your work will definitely be noticed, your efforts definitely will be noticed, or if you have applied for a job, your application surely will be noticed. So bid your time for that and expect some news on the front of either success in projects or some news, fresh news around projects or around job change, role change, but definitely earnings and savings are the focus in the month, both in terms of new opportunities as well as relooking at your expenses. For Cancer Ascendant natives, Mercury and Sun are placed in the Lagna at the start of the month, and they will be transiting into your second house towards the end of the month, which means that through your communication, through your marketing and presenting of yourself in a fresh outlook, in a fresh manner, you will be able to trigger the second house of income and savings. So if Mercury and Sun are well placed in your natal horoscope, then a good time for Cancer Ascendant natives towards the end of August to find that some news around their earnings may come up, new opportunities of earning may also come up for Cancer Ascendant natives, especially because Mercury rules your 12th house and Mercury also rules your third house. So 12th Lord and 3rd Lord going into the second house means those people who work for MNCs, multinational corporates, or for foreign clients and associated with foreign companies, they will find better opportunities coming for them, and so is it for those people who are associated with the medical field, armed forces, police, and around most spiritual areas and spiritual institutions. Venus being the 4th Lord and Venus also being the 11th Lord and being in the 12th house, keep an eye on your expenses, because some of you may spend more than that is necessary, and you may also face sudden expenses which you may not have thought about earlier, which could include spending money on your house or spending money on your car. It could be to get your car serviced or to do small repairs about the car, or some changes which you may do at home. Few of you may even travel abroad, or you may think about traveling abroad, or if you have been abroad and come back and in the lockdown, you may go back end of August or beginning of September to your place of work, especially if it's outside of the country. For Leo Ascendant natives, this is both a month of opportunities but also month of looking back at what you have done over the last 4-5 months. The reason why it is a month of looking back over the last few months is because the Lagna Lord Sun is transiting through your 12th house and will be transiting into your Lagna towards the end of the month, which means that you will be re-looking at a fresh start in your life. You will be leaving back a lot of stagnant energies and stagnant efforts back, and you will have a fresh start. This could mean re-looking at how you position yourself, how you want to come across at your place of work, in general society, and you may re-look at how you want to position yourself connected to work. So it's a good time for Leo Ascendants to resumes, their biodata, their CVs, and how they present themselves out to others or before prospective employers if they are looking for a new job or a new role, or if they are looking for a change. With the second lord Mercury as well as the 11th lord Mercury, which is going to also move into the Lagna, which means a very good placement for Leo ascendant natives to attract luck, attract money and attract a new job. Those who are working in large organizations will surely have a relook at their designations and their roles, and for some of you it could be a time of moving up and definitely a better time for a better role or a better movement up. For Virgo ascendant natives, with the Lagna lord as well as the 10th lord Mercury, which is transiting from your 11th house into the 12th house, so this is going to be a time of looking at what you have done over the last few years and how you want to take your career and your life forward. Whenever the 11th lord transits into the 12th house, especially if it's connected also to the Lagna in some manner or the 10th house, then it shows that you may relook at whether you have got the fruits of your labor over the last few months, few years, and if lately your efforts have not paid out, then you may strongly look at new opportunities and you may rethink of where you want to work and whether where you are working is serving you well, and accordingly you may take a decision. Some of you may also start thinking of either changing your job from a domestic company into a multinational or even move abroad. Some of it could be also related to education. Some of you may try to relook at higher degrees and may want to take up new qualifications, new expertise to your kitty, and this may in the long run serve you well as well. With Mars moving from your 7th house into the 8th house later part of the month, you may also see that shared property may be under focus, paying of property taxes, revisiting your taxes, health of spouse, and even travel of spouse can be seen, because Mars is also the 3rd lord and getting into the 8th house. However, take care of your health, because small upsets of health can also be seen with this position. For Libra ascendant natives, which is ruled by Venus, and Venus also rules the 8th house, and Venus is placed at the start of the month in Gemini in your 9th house with Rahu. So one thing is definitely there with Rahu's transit, which is happening in September into the 8th house, which means Rahu will bring sudden events in September. So the better the Libra ascendant natives are prepared for change to happen, they will be able to face that change better, because Rahu is moving into the 8th house into Taurus in September. So August is a good month for all those who are connected to accounts, to finances, to businesses, to manufacturing, to taxations, and anything related to money, anything related to stocks, shares. This is a very good month for them. Those people who are in customer service, this is a good month for them also, because relationships are the key with Venus in the 9th house in Gemini, and so you will face situations where you will have to use your communication skills in customer service situations. If you are working, especially if you are related to a service industry or hotel industry or similar services. With Sun moving into its own sign in the 11th house along with Mercury towards the end of the month, career and things related to career are definitely triggered, and with Sun moving into its own sign means you may also use your societal connections, your societal acquaintances to better your opportunities, which means some of you may either move up or get better opportunities in your current organizations based on what relations you have, especially with the leadership. If you have worked hard on keeping your supervisors happy, your managers are happy with you, they appreciate your work, then fag end of August you may get good news, you may get a role change, you may get a better role, and some of you may also be given the communication that you may even move up. May not be immediately, but within a couple of months to 3 months you may even move up if you are able to better showcase your talent through August. So keep that in mind. For Scorpio ascendant natives, with the Lagna Lord Mars, and Mars also rules the 6th house for Scorpio natives, and Mars very strongly placed in the 5th house and then later moving into its own sign in the 6th house means a very strong career move that Scorpio ascendant natives will take or make. And for those who are sitting in competitive exams or vying for a move up, you will be able to thrash competition, you may be able to win over competition, and you may be able to back that project, back that business deal, back that role, back that movement in your career. So good time for Scorpio ascendant natives with Mars moving into its own sign in Aries in the 6th house. It is also could bring about a risk taking move for you, but be little diligent and be careful what risks you take, because that risk can go either ways. So carefully take up new roles, carefully take up new projects, carefully decide on what teams you want to work with, and keep the peace at work, because Mars moving into the 6th house can also create sudden issues at work for you which you have not fathomed earlier. Keeping good relations with colleagues is a good thing to do with this particular placement, especially because both Sun and Mercury are placed in your 9th house and Sun rules your 10th house, and later part of the month Sun is going to move into the 10th house along with Mercury. Since Mercury also rules the 8th house and also rules the 11th house, which means sudden upheavals and sudden obstacles may come related to work unless you are tactful about it, diplomatic about it, and you keep your head above the water. So good period for Scorpio natives for a change, but also an upheaval bringing time. A sudden change may happen. The better you handle issues at work, the better you handle colleagues, the better you handle managers and supervisors, the better results you will get through this month. For Sagittarius ascendant natives with your Lagna Lord Jupiter, which also rules your 4th house, placed in a retrograde fashion through the month of August, but turning direct slowly. This is also a month which may bring about a change in your overall demeanor, how you are going to approach career from now on. You may relook at how your career has shaped over the last few years. You may relook at how your domestic life has been, and you may try to remove some cobwebs from your mind what you want to do, and important decision making can happen for you at the end of August, especially when Sun and Mercury will be transiting from your 8th house into the 9th house, because the 9th house is also the house of fate and luck. The decision that you take towards the end of August will also be the one which can change your fate and luck from now onwards, because Jupiter will be later transiting in the month of November into Capricorn, into a 2nd house where Saturn is already transited into. So this particular decision of yours which you will be taking regarding your career, regarding your domestic life, regarding your relationship, can play a long-term impact on how your earnings come through, how your savings come through, and whether you have stability in your job or not, and overall stability at home as well or not. So take wise counsel, take wise decisions, don't rush into anything, because Lagna Lord retrograde many times means it is a one step forward and 2 steps backward till the planet goes direct. So September 15 onwards is a better time for you to take decisions, to think through the decision that you take at the end of August, and if the decisions can wait, especially if they are life changing decisions regarding your domestic life, relationships, and even related to job, then better. However, prepare yourself and communicate and market and brand yourself better than before, because This is definitely a turnaround time for you from end of August onwards, because Jupiter will be turning direct in September. For Capricorn ascendant natives, the Lagna Lord Shani or Saturn is placed in your Lagna itself. However, just like Sagittarius ascendant natives, Saturn is also in a retrograde movement right now, which means a slowdown in your efforts in the last few months, where you have not really got the fruits of your labor and what you had planned for and what you had expected. However, you may relook at how you need to do things differently, and some of you will put a lot of effort to reorganize your life, reorganize your finances, because Saturn also rules your second house and is right now retrograde till September. So relooking at what decisions you have to take regarding the efforts that you have played, that you have done, the projects that you have worked in, and what overall your career is shaping will be something which Capricorn ascendant natives will see and focus on. Some of you who have taken a back seat and have not put in more effort over the last few months, this is a wake up notice for them, because Saturn turns direct in September. So this particular month of August is an important month for Capricorn ascendant natives to ensure that they are current, they come across as more employable than their counterparts, and this is going to be an important month for preparation for the transit of Rahu and Ketu, which is happening in September, and Saturn going direct in September. So this is a turnaround month for Capricorn ascendant natives surely, where your efforts, if you have done, you have worked hard over the last few years, then this time period will definitely pay off. With Sun and Mercury both going to transit from your 7th house into the 8th house, keep a tab on how you handle your relationship, especially related to committed partner or spouse, because if you allow personality issues and ego issues to creep in between and you are not flexible, then you may create unnecessary issues at home, though they may not be serious. So think through before you take decisions regarding your work and regarding your relationships. For Aquarius ascendant natives, your Lagna Lord as well as your 12th Lord Saturn is placed in the 12th house but in retrograde fashion. This saves you from a lot of expenses to a large extent. However, this can still bring about one big sudden expense which may come your way. So be prepared. Look at the home appliances that you have, relook at your vehicles and relook at the things that you use, because one of them can throw up some sudden expense which may come your way. So Aquarius natives will have to keep a tab on ensuring that the things of utility that they use on a day-to-day basis are kept well serviced and in good condition. Misuse of any appliance, misuse of your car may bring about a sudden big expense for you. So be better prepared there. This can be a good time for those who work in multinational companies or with foreign clients, with Saturn being retrograde in the 12th house, which means that some of you, if you are looking for a change, especially if you are working in a multinational company or working abroad from your place of birth or working with foreign clients, then surely this is a good time to apply for new jobs, apply for new roles, apply for new teams, apply for new companies, and high chance that the effort that you put forward in the month of August may pay off in the coming months. This is also strongly indicated because Sun and Mercury are going to move from your 6th house into your 7th house of partnerships and new starts. And so for some of you, you can be working with new teams in new locations and new projects, and for some of you, this also brings about a chance of a new relationship as well. Those who have not been committed may commit to their partners, and this commitment may be a long-term affair for Aquarius ascendant natives. For Pisces ascendant natives who also have Jupiter ruling their 10th house and transiting through the 10th house itself but in retrograde fashion, this is surely a time of being more tactful and diplomatic at work, because Jupiter is also placed in the 10th house with Ketu and in retrograde manner and in retrograde movement, which means that relook at what you are doing at work, relook at the projects that you're doing and the company itself that you're working with. Some of you may not have been getting the fruits of your labor working in a specific project or with a specific manager or in a specific team. Relook at whether you want to continue to work in that particular project or with a particular team or with that particular manager or supervisor, because the decision that you take in the month of August can have a long-term impact for you from your career perspective and also your overall standing in society and related to work. Health may be of essence for some of you, as the Lagna Lord Pisces, which also represents the 12th house energies, that Lord is in retrograde movement along with Ketu. So keep a tab on your health and stay away from communication which is unthoughtfully put together, because this could rub off the wrong people at work or related to business if you are in business. For women, this is a time that there could be trouble in your relationship, and also the work area of your spouse could be affected. So be a support to your spouse, because he may need that support in this month, because the next few months are going to be a change bringing month for your spouse. This is for Pisces women. With Sun and Mercury, which are going to move from your 5th house into the 6th house, means you may also trigger unnecessary inimical forces at work or career, and so think through before what you say and think through what communication you send out. However, with the 6th Lord going into the 6th house, surely signs of a welcome change in your career are in the office. So better prepare yourself. So friends, as I said, this month of August is a very important preparation month for most of the signs. What you do in this month is going to trigger results for you September onwards. Communication is very, very important. Relook at what communication you are sending out, how you are sending out, be more creative. If you are working on projects, you have to file a report about your projects, you have to file data, you have to file your taxes. Whatever you need to present, whatever you need to communicate, ensure that you are better prepared, you look thoroughly into it, because this could go either ways. If you are creative, if you have done well, and if you bring about some unusual aspect into your communication, then you can be better off than a lot of others. And September is the month where a lot of change is coming for most of us, and August is the preparation month for almost all of us. So don't slack on the preparation this month. However, don't put in more effort than what is required, because Mars, which rules the Kalpurush Kundali, is going through the 12th house, and later part of the month is going to get into its own sign in Aries. So through this month, think through of your resume. Have you updated your resume? Relook at your jobs, relook at your roles, relook at the teams that you're working with, relook at the companies that you are in, and don't try and quit the jobs if you have a job on hand. Don't do that unless you have another one. Better opportunities will surely come for those people who are better thinking and thinking on different lines from than before. So think creatively, communicate creatively, and deal with people creatively in the month of August, and fruits will follow for you in the month of September onwards. So friends, please like this video, please share this video for others who share your same ascendant, and if you're looking for a consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links given below. Until some other time with some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide Irfan, signing off. Ciao.